Hmm. Well, hello everyone. It's Late Night Chat. I know I have a different thumbnail up there for you, but I figured to just see if anybody wants to talk about, their favorite food or what they're thankful for. Um, I really miss having my mom and a lot of my brothers and sisters, and but I'm thankful I had them in my life. Um, Life is so short, and it is best to be acceptance of everyone. You know, um, the food I miss my mother's recipes on everything. As I gotten older, I can't really make the recipes she used to make, and I don't even have the desire anymore. Hi, Carrie Leonard. How are you? And I just am so thankful I do have what family members I do have left, and that. Uh, and the food. I used to like meat when I was younger, but now I don't care for meat. Um, so I haven't even decided what to have on Thursday. It's just me and my husband usually, and my daughter's a vegan, I should say, and she don't eat meat. So, hi dear.
Hey, hon.
Um, so she don't eat meat, so she brings her own food over for Thanksgiving and Christmas and that. But what are you thankful for, Carrie?
I'm thankful for having friends
Yep.
because
And
I
all
don't.
the nice I'm sorry, and all the nice people here on YouTube.
Yeah, I also love playing bingo.
Oh yeah, you like my bingo games.
Yeah,
How you like guessing what's in the box?
it helps me to have some because on my right side, hon.
Uh huh.
Because I had blocked arteries. I
Mhm.
almost died back in 2017
Mhm.
because I didn't know I had my neck, the big one in your neck,
Yeah.
was blocked, and 9 of them on my right side collapsed.
Oh my.
You know how you have a headache? Mine was like a baseball bat.
Yeah.
So I
I
ended up in the hospital for a year and a half.
wow.
I got out on my birthday, and then I had to go get a knee replacement.
Oh, that's
So I get up one day and back in the next day in another hospital. I'm like, wait a minute, wait. And my poor dog was going back and forth to my friends because I couldn't take care of it.
yeah.
My other dog who passed away.
I'm gonna smoke, so I'm gonna close the camera up.
Yeah, no problem, hon. Yeah, no, I'm thankful for having friends because I don't have any family.
Well, I'm thankful for my friends and that too. And I got my next door neighbor's my best. Hi, Chew. How are you?
Yeah, that's what I have too. I have a neighbor who takes care of me too.
Well, I pretty much we take care of each other, but I pretty much try to bring over if I'm cooking. I always make some extra for her and bring it over.
Okay, yeah. No, you know why I asked you? I couldn't remember my numbers because I have Ann's numbers and I have your numbers. I have somebody else's numbers,
Oh,
so I'm all confused.
no problem. That's why I put it on a spreadsheet. It makes
Yeah,
it easier for me to go and check than going through papers now because
yeah.
like
Can you tell? Can you tell these are all bingo numbers?
well, hey, wait. Here's what I have to deal with. I'm sorry, I'm not covered. But
No.
this is what I use to keep track of everybody
Yeah.
and all the points in that.
Yeah. No, it's
So
me writing down the three numbers. I got, see, I went to Ann. I go, oh. So I wrote down my new numbers for Ann. I didn't know I had numbers at Ann's.
mm,
I got confused. So Ann kind of yelled at me yesterday.
well, she's not a very nice person. So we won't discuss her on here, okay?
No. So
Okay.
I, so yeah, so I got yours and hers and somebody else's. So I'm like, I'm all confused.
Yeah, no problem.
So
Like I
it's,
said, I like, I love doing the bingo for everybody and that.
no,
And I was deciding on about doing it tonight. I mean, I just really sometimes just don't.
you don't
Yeah,
got
I
them.
guess.
Yeah, the same as me. Like doing my homework, I kind of don't have the kicks.
Yeah.
But I did some, and one thing I can't do right now. I need her help because I don't know how to use Zoom.
People in the chat, what are you thankful for? Hi, Alice in Wonderland. I'm doing wonderful. We're all just living life at the special dream of the world.
Yep. Yeah, I'm thankful having a dog. I'm thankful I'm having a roof over my head.
Yep. Amen on that one. Yeah.
Up here, the rents are ridiculous, though. $1,200 for a bachelor apartment.
Wow. Yeah. That's about what they are down here. They're
Yeah.
very, very expensive.
But if I move downtown, it's closer to school and the same price.
Yeah.
And got more restaurants down there than the upstairs. Because I don't cook. That's my secret.
Um, Chrissy, yeah, that's the same here. Um, I've lost all my brothers and sisters, both my mom and dad. So the holidays are not something I really care about anymore.
No.
Um, but I want to wish everybody else, you know,
Yeah.
um, be healthy and wise and that. Uh, I will see what else says. I hope Pepper Mocha hasn't been upset. It's time to be thankful. I have no idea what you're talking about. Else, I'm thankful for my family. Yes, and yeah. No matter what's going on, it's a
Yep.
daily learning of being thankful that you are alive and kicking. That's my saying,
Yep.
alive and kicking, because I woke up, I'm alive, and I kicked. I can move my legs. So,
That's what I'm
that's
thankful too.
yes. You're right, Chrissy. Yes, very much. You see, if my daughter was young, I would. Hi, Allie. If my daughter was young, I would be all over the holidays. I mean, literally, I went all out. I mean, I got a screen and glass enclosed, and I painted Santa Claus on the windows, the reindeers.
Oh, with the snow stuff you put on the
Oh no,
window.
I painted it. I painted it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I always painted, decorated lights and everything.
Yeah.
But as soon as the day was over, my husband went out there and he had to take it all down. And I didn't like that.
No.
And Alley Cat says hello.
Hello.
Alice says
Allison.
hello.
Hello, Allison. Hello, 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 hello.
um, Alley Cat, the link's up above if you want to come up. I think I might still have it saved. Yeah, I do. There it is if you'd like to come up. Anybody's welcome to come up.
Yeah, so, and I'm also thankful I got to go back to school.
Yeah. I
Just
went to I went to college um, I went to college after my daughter was born, and I worked a full time job, went to school full time, and took care of the house. Well, by the ending of that, I took a stroke that I couldn't go back to college.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I only had 3 classes left to take, but what can you say? You do your best, you know?
yep. I know what the strokes are like because my mom had it, and she didn't even know she had kids. But
Hi, sweetheart.
I was thankful
Good
she's
evening.
still here. Oh, hi, Allison the cat. Allison the
Allie. Allie.
Allie.
Yeah,
Hello, darling. How you doing tonight?
Not bad.
That's good.
yeah. I was looking because we're going to be moving into might I should say might electric heater, heat and all electric. I'm not for this. I even went as far as looking how much it would cost me to um get it transferred over, even though it's not going to be my house. And I was like, oh, I don't think so. So I was looking at up on how to heat your place and cook and all that kind of stuff when it comes down to it if we would lose power up here because we get snowstorms like major bad,
What
and
do you have right now? Electric?
no, I got gas in this house. I
That's
got
what
gas
gas.
heat, and then you got your electric and stuff like that. But yeah, I got gas. I've always cooked on gas.
Yeah.
I To go back to learning how to cook on electric is going to be a real hard thing to do.
Well, I will say I've done both. This
Mm-hmm.
is actually the first house I've ever had gas.
Uh-huh.
Gas heaters in the house, the stove, all that stuff. Now, I figured I'm all set, man. We got gas. Power
Yeah.
goes out, no big issue.
Yeah.
But with this town, we have blackouts. Some of them
Well,
are arranged blackouts and they just don't tell us.
mhm,
Sometimes it'll be a squirrel that'll hit the power line and it'll take the entire town out.
mhm.
So, because we go through a gas company, we don't have gas because it knocks the gas company out. Because I was like, I immediately went to my stove and I'm like, I'm hungry now. We have no power. So I'm going to go ahead and eat something. I got a gas stove here. And the flame only lasted for a few minutes and that was it. It was over with.
Wow, it must have been pressure with the electricity. I mean, the pushing through. I don't know. But
Well, we
hello,
have city
Calarium.
gas. But I always
No,
have
well,
my little propane backup stoves and stuff like that. So,
That's why I'm thinking of getting Allie because when we lost twice up in Canada, we were knocked out twice.
yeah. Yeah. Coleman has it's a 2 burner, uh, propane stove
yeah,
and just one of the tanks. I mean, it'll last you for days and days and days.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I've actually done canning, because I do home canning.
yeah,
And I've actually done videos where I've done home canning, and
yeah. I
the total
remember.
canning time was 75 minutes, and that didn't even take up a full tank.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, see, I was looking at those heaters, the buddies, and the
No,
bigger
don't
buddy one.
don't buy one of those.
Yeah,
Here, hold on a second. I'll show you what we've got. We're using the propane heaters too. Um,
yeah. That's what I was gonna. Go ahead.
the first one we bought was the My Buddy or Little Buddy, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It lasted 6 months, and then it
Okay.
crapped out.
Okay.
Um, but I'll turn my camera around and show you the one that we're using. I know it has to be a cheap brand because my husband's a cheapskate. But this is what we're using right now. Sorry,
Name
Darby.
on it.
Can you see that? Oh, it's called Mr. Heater, and then it's got the big propane tank back here.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one here lasts a long time, and it doesn't
Okay.
cost a lot to fill those tanks up. Every time
No, it does.
every time winter comes around, I'll tell him, go grab a couple more tanks, and he's like, why? And I said, because you use the bedroom when you're home, and you run the heater, and then when you go out on the road, I go in there, and it runs out of gas, or
Yeah.
it runs out of propane, and I don't know how to switch them out. He's like, all
That's
right, I'll pick up another one.
just twisting. It's a
Yeah.
twist on one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one there is. When the Buddy one broke down, we switched to that brand, and we've been pretty good with that one.
Yeah, because I know I'm the one that would have to go and get all the supplies, and like I said, I don't know if I'm getting it. She's getting this electrical home. I call it It is gorgeous. It's a gorgeous home. It really is. It comes with its own washer and dryer. My washer and dryer. I got Meg tags downstairs, and I mean I've had them for good 30, about 30 to 35 years. I had these Meg tags,
Well,
and I mean
good
you
machine.
can't. Pardon me?
Those are good machines if they
Yeah.
last long.
Yeah, and I like them, But I got to say the oldest appliance in my house is our old dishwasher. Now it just finally got broke, but that was at least 45 years old, and it had worked all the way up to about like 2 or 5 years, somewhere in there. I can't remember. I'd say at least 5, and but thankful.
Okay, so the new house, is it smaller in square footage?
No, I don't know if we're even getting that. That's the one she put the bid in for,
Oh, okay.
but it's electric.
Is it a single story, smaller square foot than what you're in now?
I don't know. I don't know because she's handling it because it's her house.
Oh, okay.
It's just it's going to be for her, for the investment of when she gets older and it.
Yeah. Your electric bill shouldn't be too bad. I mean, I don't know what the electric bills run up there anymore because it's been so long since I lived up north.
They're about $400 to $500 a month.
Yeah.
And if we're moving in, we'll be too late to even go and try to get assistance for it. So this, I don't know. Maybe we can move in after the winter.
That's what I would do.
Well, I don't guarantee because we don't own this home, So I make stuffing, Alice. Yeah, I make the stuffing inside of the bird and the outside of the bird. Yeah. No, me when you say dressing, I'm thinking of like gravy. I don't know what other people call, but
no, it's called stuffing if you put it in the bird. It's called dressing if you don't put it in the bird.
Oh, I do both. Okay.
Yeah, I have to. Well, when we used to do Thanksgiving, we always had to do one of each because my brother had this thing about foreign objects being in his food, which would be like onions, a piece of carrot, that's what he called. So we always had to make a separate dressing for him. And then we would eat out of the turkey.
And that's like my brother. But I don't see him anymore, so I'm on my own. So
like the roaster. I use is about that big
Yeah.
and it's about that high, and then has the oval thing. Um, I might just cook a little chicken there or whatever. I'm cooking very small, but I have to have extra stuffing that's on the side. You wrap it up in foil,
Yep.
and then what's
Absolutely.
in the bird and that, and we have that for a couple days, and you know, happy as could be. And I make extra gravy for it and that too. So, but
Well, Carrie, tomorrow night over on my channel, we were going to have a online Friendsgiving. And I told everybody to go buy their frozen, where you can throw them in the microwave TV dinners, Thanksgiving TV dinners. And we'll all sit and have a Friendsgiving together.
Oh, cool.
So if you would like, come over. Um, I was thinking, I don't know, what time do you think would be good, Kathy?
I don't know. I do my bingo tomorrow, so um,
I'm
whatever
in
time you wish.
I'm in school till by the time I get home it'll be about 4:30.
Okay. All right. How about we say, what time will your bingo be over?
My bingo starts at 6 and over about 2 hours.
Oh, I was thinking that was the one that was earlier.
Yeah, no, it's 6 to 8 usually.
Yeah, I was thinking somewhere between 3 and 6 o'clock.
Mm,
I'm hoping to get home by 3 or 3:30, hon.
All right.
Because
How about we do 4 o'clock?
okay,
sounds good. Sounds
because
good.
because I gotta come from all the way downtown to come all the way back up to Scarborough.
Yeah.
That's like 45 minutes on 2 buses.
Mhm.
I don't do trains since what happened about 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got stuck downtown. So
Oh, god damn.
yeah, I was in. You know how you can. You know I'm in school, back in
Yeah.
school. In 2011, I went. No, before my dad died, when 9/11 hit, I was in. I went back to Aldott school then too. And when we got locked, when I was there, we were locked down that day, and it took almost till 8 o'clock by the time I got home. And I never went back since till now.
I used to love running the trains down when I lived in Boston,
Mhm.
but I don't know if I'd. Yeah, I never even thought of a scenario like that where you'd be trapped underground.
Yeah. So
I just know there's really, really, really big rats in there.
yeah, that's another thing I don't want to see either.
I'd be
Yeah.
No, we used to carry slingshots because, like, if there was a concert, this is back in the day when you could stand in line to buy your tickets. We would This one particular theater where bands would play. It was an
Mhm.
alleyway, and we thought for the first time we saw them, we thought they were like cats or stray cats that were just mangy,
Yep.
and then
Mhm.
we realized they were rats. So the next time we had to go out there to buy tickets for a concert, we brought slingshots and we had tin cans and stuff, and we were whacking off the rats. And it's like, I cannot believe how huge these things are. They're like the size of a cat,
Yep.
and they look mean as hell.
They are.
I had my best friend. We used to call her Big Bird because she was like really super tall, and she was only 16, 17 years old, and she was already way over 6 feet tall.
Whoa.
I literally climbed on top of her. I used her as a tree because I was like, these things ain't getting near me. And of course, she's jumping around on her feet, like, get him away, get him away, get him away, shoot it, shoot it.
Yeah.
So, what do you like to have? Like all three of us do not have a big family to do for. So, what do you usually make for yourself?
For
Or
me,
what? Yeah.
okay, I get myself a turkey. I buy it not frozen. I cut
Mhm.
it in half. I put it in a pot, for the oven,
Mm-hmm.
like you could use it on the stove or in the oven. I put half of it in there. I use the slow cooker to the other half. I cook that for my meals, and then I cook the vegetables after I cook the meat
Yeah.
because I only have two pots.
No.
Yeah, my brother
Oh,
taught me. I'd never even thought to do it. He just likes the white meat, so
mm-hmm.
he buys just turkey breast and he puts
Yeah.
it in a slow cooker.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started doing that, and I was like, "This is so much easier to cook a turkey this way." And he's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, it's a lot easy, you know." So once it gets where it's cooked, then I'll throw it in the oven just to crisp up the top of it.
Yeah, I cook one. I cook one in the stove and one on top.
That's a
And
good idea.
then when I finish cooking that, then I cook my potatoes or my beans or corn, and then I put that in the microwave to keep hot. Then I cook something else, and then I mix it. I mix the best. I get mixed vegetables too, so that's the way I do it.
Yeah,
Um, Alice in Wonderland. Um, the best way to thaw a turkey out is to put it in an ice bath. An ice bath will bring it the temperature on the outside, bring it in, and it thaws a lot better. Now, how do I know this? When I went to be a dietitian, that's how we were taught to do it.
Yeah,
You know, the
my
ice bath.
yeah ice bath because it's really. And you make sure the water, if it gets too full, dump it out and do it
Do it
two
again.
or three times.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to put the ice in it, but they say for when you the first bringing it out, you
Yeah,
put the ice in it and the water. So when it's thawing on that time period, because it's day, you have a happy Thanksgiving too, and with that, uh, it makes it easier to thaw, and then you run cold water around it, and when it gets warmed up, the water gets lukewarm. You go and dump it and start your ice bath again. And it should only take about 12 to 14 hours.
yeah,
Said it. He's had
yeah.
her
That's why
days.
I did mine. Because I have all those 5 gallon buckets, for my
Hmm.
food storage,
Yeah.
and I think it was a 20-something pound turkey,
Hmm.
and it had been sitting in my refrigerator for days unthawing, and I'm like, it is
Yeah.
still frozen solid. And I'm like,
Yep.
wait a minute, I got 5 gallon buckets. So I did it the way you said. And it was totally unthawed, like the
Hmm.
day before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So I was able to, pat it dry and everything and then put it in my refrigerator and cooked up great.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The that's one thing I'm so thankful for is my mother taught me all the things how to cook in that. And when she passed away, all of them come to me and ask me how to, what's the recipe for this? What's the temperature for this? And that. And I'm like, you know, uh, if you would have been paying attention to mom when she was cooking, like I was out in the kitchen all the time, you would know how to do this. My sister does not know how to cook to
Yeah.
this day. I mean, she probably cooks some things, but she's pretty much probably, uh, your hamburgers, your hot dogs, little things like that. So when I go and make a big, turkey dinner or ham dinner or whatever, I can't give her the lasagna because my husband will not allow that. Hi, Roxanne. You're
Alexa,
welcome. You're
Hi,
welcome to come
Roxanne.
up. We're just talking about
cooking.
um, cooking and Thanksgiving and what we're thankful for. There we go. Hi. If you'd like to come up and talk about it, um, So, it's like this. Uh,
I had to teach myself because my mom was too sick to teach me. So
you
I
know,
teach myself.
well, there was 11 of us kids. So, well, one died. 10 of us kids at home, pretty much. And, there was not, this little pot like this, the 3-quart one's nothing. That was, I mean, that's the gravy thing.
Yeah.
That's how much gravy you had to make. Um, I learned how to make um, giblet gravy and stuff like that. I mean, I cooked all the time, and when me and my husband got married, he was like, "Well, my mom's going to show you how to cook this," and I'm like,
I don't think so.
"No, no." I was like, "Okay." I'm thinking she's doing something different from what I was going to cook, and when we got to talking, she goes, "Son, she already knows how to cook." Yeah. But I mean, there were some things that the way he liked things. You
Yeah.
too, Jackie. Too.
Yeah. See, like with
Yeah.
my family, we always got together for, Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Hmm.
Everybody had a special dish that they would make. So, like
Yeah.
my younger sister, she made, it was squash, zucchini, onions. It was some kind of a casserole, but it was all vegetable.
Hmm.
Um, and we all loved it, And then my
Yeah.
sister in law, she always made a special kind of dip. So, our first Thanksgiving up here in Alabama, we were totally away from my family.
Hmm.
And we did the entire meal. I even did my sister's dish that she usually makes. I did my sister in law's dip. And we sat down, we ate, got all the dishes put away, sat down, and we're sitting there real quiet.
Hmm.
And I looked at my husband and I remember saying, "What's wrong?" And he goes, "I know something feels off, doesn't it?" And I said, "Yeah, what is it?" And we couldn't put our finger on it. And then my
Yep.
family called me to wish me a happy Thanksgiving. And I was like, ah, we don't have all that mess to clean up. We only had to clean up after 3 people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there was no stress, no fighting over who was going to cook what dish, which house we were going to. It was
Yep.
like, this year I'm doing Thanksgiving because you did it last year, or I don't feel like doing it. You do it. It was like, it was so peaceful and relaxing.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Um,
I mean,
that's what my
everything
mom.
was washed and put away before we even sat down to eat.
Oh, wow. No.
We only had to
Um,
wash our plates. That was it.
what we used to do is after my mom passed away, we went from house to house. Now, see, I had to go to my family's side and his side. So, um, his family always had it around noontime. My family already always had it around 5 to 6 o'clock. Somewhere in that time, 3 to 6, I should say. And we, it was like I said, and to have to clean up, it took you an hour, hour and a half to do the dishes. I mean, no matter how much you washed in between, you still needed those dishes for
Yeah.
this. But I don't miss that. Like I said, I haven't even thought about what I want to have for Thanksgiving, and that's Thursday, and I'm like, usually I have all kinds of food in the house, and I'm just like, I don't feel like really making very much. It's hard to have the holidays anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, it's to me, everything's just another day.
Yeah.
It's like we stopped celebrating Thanksgiving. We stopped celebrating Christmas. We stopped celebrating our birthdays.
Hmm.
Me, my husband, and my son were all born in January. So because my husband and my son are January 12th and 13th, and
Hmm.
12 and 13 is 25, and my birthday is the 25th. Somewhere in there after their birthdays, we
And
usually just
before
go out to
yours.
eat. We go to
Hmm.
like Red Lobster or something and sit down, but we're not celebrating our birthdays. We're just going out to dinner.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't had Red Lobster in a long, long time. Now that you said that,
Well, after the last time I went there, I will never go back. It was the most disgusting meal I've ever had in my life.
We lost most of the Red Lobster up here.
Well, I have never had bad Red Lobster except for this last time we went there. And I mean, I got violently ill afterwards.
yeah. The biggest
And I'm a
thing,
New Englander, so, you know, I know how to make homemade clam chowder, and I know what their homemade clam chowder tastes like.
uh huh,
And as soon as I put the spoon up to my mouth, I could feel something greasy and oily on the spoon. And I
yeah.
went ahead and I took a bite of it anyway. And I'm like, did somebody pour dishwater, you know, like from the
Oh,
dishwasher?
oh,
I mean, it was that bad. And
oh,
then
man.
the lobster was, you could tell they cooked a dead lobster. Now, how long that lobster was dead, I don't know.
Yeah,
But I've had fresh lobster. I've never had a lobster that's been dead.
yeah.
So there was a big difference with that. But there was nobody in the restaurant except for us. There was only a couple people working. We were even wondering if they were open. So they
No,
must have been working with a skeleton crew or something.
yeah,
But yeah, it
skeleton
was
crew, and
disgusting.
no one wants to come there because of the bad food.
Well, I'm not going back there.
No.
Never, never, never.
I like. It's like a Chinese buffet. I love it.
Oh, you'd love
Ooh,
the one we got here. It's called
oh,
88
ooh.
Buffet. Oh, it's the bomb.
No, thank you. No,
Well,
I don't. I'm not
this
that.
one's got everything. It's got steak. It's got Italian food. It's got, I mean, of course, Chinese food. But
When I go on my birthday, I don't pay for my meal.
well, you're lucky.
Yep.
I wanted to sign up for because you know I'm old enough to be on AARP. You know where
Mhm.
you get discounts on meals and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
My husband told me if I signed up for that, he'd kill me.
Oh
He goes,
my.
"You're not old. You're 60. You're 61 years old."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, but we're both eligible for AARP. Why not use the discount?
Yep.
Because we can afford to pay the full price."
Well,
And I
it
was like,
don't
"Well, you don't
matter
want
on
to admit you're
that.
old."
Yeah, if he's not at home, you could always get your meals without
Exactly.
worrying about it.
Exactly.
Because one, you're there by yourself. Because up here and down there, when you turn 55, you're in the senior
Yep.
center.
Yep.
Mhm.
I remember I got one when I turned 55 on my birthday. It was in the mailbox.
Yeah, because when my dad went down, he wasn't even, what was it? He was 54. Mom was because my mom was 19, my dad was 22 when they got married. So when he turned 54, we went down to see my aunt in the States. When she turned 55, she had discount. That goes, oh, when you turn 55, you get a discount. When the year when he turned 55, we went down to get a discount.
Yeah.
Well, they sent me my card in the mail on my birthday.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm officially old. I get the discount. No, you don't. You're not using that. Oh, yeah. It almost turned into World War III.
Yeah.
Not my husband. He's glad that we have our discounts. 'Cause
We
that
earned
works.
it. We worked our lives, all our lives.
Mhm.
You know,
Yep.
it's the benefit of friggin' putting into the system.
Yep.
I mean, I'm on the system, but I don't like the system
Mhm.
because I think I'm getting ripped off somehow.
Uh,
Yeah.
if you don't, what benefits do you have? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm on OSP. I'm on the government for
She's up in Canada.
Oh, okay. You're up in Canada.
Yeah, I get OSP. That's They used. I don't like calling it that, but I'm gonna tell you the real name of it. It's family benefits, and it's for people with disability and some who could work or is taking a lot of advantage of it.
Yeah, they do that here too. I
Yeah.
mean, I went on disability in 2001, and I think at that time they were giving me like $545 a month to live on,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've been on it ever since. And you figure this is 2023. I'm only getting $1,200 a month.
I'm
It's
getting
taken me that long to get up to 1,200 a month.
yeah up.
But then they take out for my health insurance and other things. And now we have people that are recovering drug addicts here. They
We
get
have
on
up here
disability and
too.
they immediately get the same amount of money that it took me all those years to collect.
Yep.
And they've never worked a day in their life because I have one friend, she was a hairdresser. And so she always worked off the books. So she never paid taxes or anything. And she was getting the exact same amount of money as I am.
Whoa.
And she got brand new teeth. I'm running around with no damn teeth in my head.
I know. I don't either, hun, because I'm. I'm not. I tried them. I can't wear them. I'm used to without them.
Well, my mother told me because they said that I would be in dentures by the time I was 20 years old. And I did manage to hang on to them 10 years more. But my mother said to me, whatever teeth you have in your head, hang on to them. You do not want dentures. It's like a mouthful of shit.
Yeah.
And so when I had to get dentures, and I remember wearing them like for the first week, and I was like, she was not kidding. It is like a mouthful of shit.
Yeah.
Just the glue and everything else, and if we were going to a fancy restaurant to eat, I would tell my husband, I am not putting my dentures in. And he's like, come on, you're all dressed up, you got makeup on, you look really nice, put your teeth in. I said, no, I choke on my food. And I
Yeah.
do not want to be in a packed restaurant choking on my food and having you sitting there, shoveling food in your mouth, ignoring me while I'm choking to death. Because it did happen one time. Him and my son just sat there. I turned blue. That's how bad it was. And so from then on, I didn't even bother. But I finally decided with my new insurance, they were going to pay for the implants, the kind that snap in. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to use any of the glue and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So they did the full scan around my head. And because I had been on chemotherapy, they never told me that the first thing that chemo destroys is your jaw,
Yeah.
your jawbone. So they said, well, we're going to have to send you to a specialist because they're going to have to grind down your entire jawbone before they can even fit you for dentures, and do the screws and all that stuff. They said
Wow.
once they get done with their part, with, grinding down your jawbone and reforming it, then we can do our part. And I was like, well, I appreciate the advice, but I'm going to pass.
Yeah.
And I said, why can't you just make me a new pair of dentures? And they said, because of the way your jawbone is, we will not be able to we can't make anything that's going to fit. That's not going to have to constantly be adjusted. And I was like, well, my insurance covers adjustments. So if I got to come in here every week and get them adjusted, I'll do that. And they were like, no, we recommend the implants, especially with the problems you have with choking. And so I just said, screw it. And I just didn't bother with it.
Yeah. I do the same, hun. I choke myself too.
Yeah.
So now I'm used to eating without them.
Yep.
I don't. I only choke on apples. Like, I find apples are the ones I choke.
Yeah, exactly. Same here.
But I like applesauce, so I eat applesauce. I like my fruits. I I make sure I get soft fruits, and that's it. I'm
Oh, Carrie, when I said 4 o'clock, that I'm in the central time zone.
Okay.
So I know you're in Canada, but I don't know if you're in the same time zone. What time is it where you're at right now?
11:06.
Okay, so you're an hour ahead of me then.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on
Okay.
my time zone.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. That'll work out.
Mhm.
Anybody in the chat, if you want to join us, come on over, hang out.
Mm.
Yo, Kathy, I just realized I have they were on sale a few years ago.
Mhm.
I think I have 15 Cornish game hens in my deep freezer.
Wow.
They were really, really cheap, but they're just these little itty bitty birds.
Yeah, I know what a Cornish hen.
I've never
I-
had it.
Oh,
you
I've had them. Yeah,
Do you
I
cook it the same way you do chicken?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, good. I can throw it in a crock pot then.
Yeah, I instead of buying a turkey, I started buying before my daughter became a vegan. I would buy 3 Cornish hens and that little small ones, like personalized ones, and because you got your real small ones, you got your larger ones and that. Um, but I would make 3 of those, and that way we had one for ourselves on how much you wanted to eat of anything and that. My
Yeah.
daughter loves the white meat. We love the dark meat, so we would take her dark meat. She would take our white meat. But, mm,
I'll probably just go with the TV dinner. Something I can just throw in the microwave and I can guarantee you, you listen in the background
uh-huh.
and you're going to hear my husband and my son say, "Where's ours? Didn't you cook for us?" And I'm going to say, "No, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving." I got all dressed up for a New Year's Eve party. It was an online New Year's Eve party.
Hmm.
And I even put makeup on and everything. And I managed to get my top dentures in. I mean, it was painful, but I got them in.
Yeah.
And I looked really nice. And my husband's like, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to a New Year's Eve party." And he said, "No, you're not." He said, "You're not going to any bar and you're not driving drunk." And he said, "You're not going alone." I said, yeah, I am going. And I am going alone. So we're bantering back and forth about this. He's getting a little aggravated with me. And that's when I said, it's an online New Year's Eve party. Because he's like, "Oh, yeah, you're all dressed up, got makeup on, even got put your teeth in. What are you looking for, another guy?" You know? And I'm laughing. I'm dying laughing inside because I'm like, this idiot knows I don't leave the house.
Mhm.
Let alone I'm always right now, I'm in my nightgown. I've been in the same nightgown since my doctor's appointment, whatever the hell that was. So that's why I was laughing about it. And it happened to be a party that was in the UK.
Yeah.
So, of course, it was already midnight there. So they went outside, they showed the fireworks and everything. And by the time that party was over, I was so drunk. By the time it was New Year's Eve, I was already out. I was passed out. I was drinking some of my moonshine that I had made.
Yeah.
But I had to set up a code with one of my friends. I said,
Yeah.
if I'm getting too drunk, type in this code and I'll get offline. And she typed it in there. And I was mid-sentence talking when she put the code in there. And then she types in, "What the hell is the point in having a code if you're not going to read it?" And she put it in big capital letters.
Uh-huh.
And so I said, that's when I told everybody, Happy New Year to all you, to all my friends in the UK. I'm pretty buzzed, so I'm gonna call it a night. And we don't even have New Year's Eve here yet. So I messaged her and I told her, because she left.
Yeah.
So I messaged her and I said, "I'm all undressed. I'm already in my bed. I'm out for the night." And she goes, "Oh, I thought you didn't see my code or you were just ignoring me." And I said, "No, I saw it. And I heeded your warning.
Yeah.
So that's why I figure, if I'm sitting there in front of my laptop and I'm eating food and I tell him I'm having Thanksgiving dinner with my friends,
Yep.
and I know he's going to say, you do know that tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And I'm going to say, yeah, and a lot of them, they have families, they're going with their families.
Yep.
But there's people that want to join that,
Have
that
family.
don't.
I'm one of them.
Oh, there's a lot of them. Pretty
Yep.
much everybody that was in my stream that night, they're
Yeah.
they're all on their own. So that's when we started talking about having a Friendsgiving.
Well, yeah, I remember I was there. And you know what's nice about that? That's something to be thankful for because you're being
Yeah.
kind and trying to come up with something so people are not all by themselves,
Yeah.
So, but, well, ladies, I'm going to get off of here.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like to do about an hour.
Yeah, I gotta get some sleep because walking my dog at 5, then I gotta do her again before the kids go to school. Then after I take her out, I gotta take 2 more dogs out before school. So, yeah, I'm a dog walker.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
So
That's
everyone,
really
sorry.
happy with my groceries that way.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I thank you for coming in, stopping. Carrie, thank you for coming up. And Alicat, as always, thank you.
Oh, by the way, that bookmark, I made it for you because the teacher gave me an A on it.
Oh, good. That's great.
Yeah.
So,
Congratulations.
Yeah,
yep.
I get A's. So tomorrow is I'm going to learn to use Zoom
Mhm.
and some other stuff tomorrow.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So, like I said, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. If I don't see you and hear from you tomorrow, love and respect to
So
everybody.
it's 6 to 8 tomorrow for bingo, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember that. I won't get confused.
That's
Okay.
if you don't have a food buzz from your Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know if I eat turkey, I definitely am going to be out like a light.
No,
I
I
usually
don't.
fall asleep with my head in my plate if I eat turkey.
No.
Yeah. I made turkey for me and the dog for Thanksgiving, so I